power in believing in yourself. Even when it comes to real estate. Most successful people have two things. They have the ability to believe in themselves, and they also have the ability to learn something new and take that to the next step, right? So everybody here is interested in real estate. So I want to talk to you first about a couple of things, and then I want to get into some meat, some tidbits that you can take back with you, okay?
What can you do with iPage?
I blog and share what I love.
We run our own business.
I'm building my portfolio.
We get through adversity.
That's right. So the video talked about a couple things. Fear is 2 minutes. Forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. The choice is yours. So what I want to do is talk to you a little bit about how you can get involved in real estate and take the fear out of real estate. A little bit about me. I've been in business now, doing real estate with Don for about 22 years. I got an MBA in finance. So I started off in corporate America. When I started off in corporate America, I had an idea of what wealth was, what income building was. And I really didn't know. So Don introduced me to real estate about 25 years ago. And I slowly learned from him. So everybody needs a coach and a mentor. So my background is I'm also on a small business and management consulting firm where I actually teach people how to become entrepreneurs. I teach people about business planning, finance, accounting. But I also now am a mentor in real estate. So I've got 3 adult children, a granddaughter. I was a former CFO for GE Capital. That's enough about me. You guys are coming here to hear about me, but you want to hear about real estate. So at the beginning of 2016, we looked at the financial markets over the last year and a half, and right now, this is a great time to buy real estate. Great time, because prices are actually increasing. Atlanta is one of the only cities in the world where you can go into the downtown area and buy properties for $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, $30,000. You can't do that in New York. You can't do that in California. And in some places in Florida, the prices are going up. So right now, if you're a new investor or even a seasoned investor, the time to get in is now. But the thing about being with us, we learn faster, smarter, and together, okay? So one of the things is pay attention to the recent trends in real estate. You'll get a lot of them from us, right? But at home, you should also be doing your homework and see what is going on. We have this room full of people. There are real estate agents, there are contractors, there are investors, there are hard money lenders. So you're in the right place to get everything done when it comes to real estate. And there, I got a couple of other blogs on my Facebook page. I'll give you the, if you go to my Facebook business page, which is called Allen Reid Enterprises, you'll get some more tidbits and some hints. For instance, I put down the 5 numbers that determine your buying power. That's on my Facebook website. So if you look up Allen Reid Enterprises on Facebook, you'll get some more of this information. And I'll also tell you the #1 way about how you don't get a small business loan. Because one of the things is, as you guys are real estate professionals, you are also small business owners, right? You never buy property in your own personal name. You buy it in your business name. Your business needs capital. How do you get capital, right? So my website, and we actually have it on the house church site, will tell you some things of what not to do when it comes to getting loans or access to capital. Now, one of the things that people always have is fear that they can't get involved in real estate because they need excellent credit or they need money, right? But you have to change your mindset. And your mindset has to be able to say, are there ways that I can attract money to me? And there are some ways. Now, these are the 7 ways that I say you can attract money to you. Educate yourself. One of the reasons why you guys are in the room is for what? Education. If you're an investor, you're trying to sell deals. If you're an investor that buy deals, you're in this right room. But one thing you have to do is educate yourself. When me and Don started out this game back in the early 90s, we really didn't know what we were doing. We were green, but everybody thought we did. You know why? We kept educating ourselves. And we're still learning to this day. So #1, educate yourself. #2, networking is the key. I'm not a master networker, Mr. Don is, but networking is so key that all you guys are in this room because somebody networked with you, right? So networking is the key also to attracting money to you. Discipline yourself, and when you're a small business owner and you're starting out, you're starting off with your bootstraps, so you have to discipline yourself enough to say, hey, listen, I have to make some small-time sacrifices for long-term gains, right? So discipline yourself. Share your knowledge. One thing, I went to a global financial conference today, and they said SOS. SOS means share our strengths, right? So what are we doing right now? We're sharing our strengths to you, so that you don't have to do it by yourself, right? Share your knowledge. Number 5, don't be afraid to ask for help. Nobody in this room knows everything there is about real estate. Sometimes Donna will call me up and ask me a question. I'll call him up, ask him a question. Don't be afraid to ask any questions or ask for help. That's why you're in this room. And learn from successful people. It's hard to say that these individuals didn't believe in themselves. Martin Luther King, Steve Jobs, Mark Cuban. Those people believe in themselves. They have a strong and innate ability to believe in themselves. So guess what? They learn from somebody, and somebody else is learning from them. So guess what? You've got seasoned investors in this room, right? We've developed a methodology for you to join us, but learn from some of us who made the mistakes so you don't make the same mistakes that we do. And then learn from your failures. Just like the video was saying, hey, learn from your failures. You're not a failure. You may have some failures in your life, but learn from those failures. Now, this is the part you guys are going to need to take some notes on. There are 3 critical things and components to doing any real estate deal. And see, I've been doing this long enough, so if we've got some older house dirt people in this room, they've seen this before, but there are 3 critical components to doing any real estate deal. And here are the components. Find, evaluate, and close, which is basically mean funding, okay? Remember the 3 critical components to doing any real estate deal. I don't care if you're a wholesaler, a flipper, a buy and hold, a developer, a builder. These are the 3 most critical components to doing any real estate deal. Find. What does find mean? You need to know how to source and find a deal, right? You want to buy deals at 20, 30, 40, 50 cents on the dollar, right? So how do you find the cheapest deals out there? And you can no longer just get away with just going to MLS or FMLS, right, to find deals. Now, there are great deals out there, and real estate agents have access to that service. So I'm not saying don't use that, but that's not the only source that you need to find when you're looking for deals. That doesn't work only. In a market that some parts of the country seems to be heating up, you need to turn over more stones more consistently than your competition, all right? Because they're out there doing it every day. When the housing market dropped and it actually corrected itself, a lot of us in real estate lost a lot of properties, lost a lot of money, all right? We took 2 years off, 3 years off. So one day, Don called me and he said, hey man, we gotta get back in the game. It's like 4 or 5 years ago. I'm like, okay, I'm ready, man. What we gotta do? He said, you know what we gotta do. So know we did? We started putting up signs that said, we buy houses. So we're hammering and nailing on light poles, putting stakes in the ground. We buy houses, fast cash, quick closing. But guess what? We got our phone to start ringing again, right? That 2-year absence didn't mean anything because now our phone is ringing off the hook. And then we said, well, listen, now that we're back in this game, if you will, let's start doing what we used to do before. We used to do seminars before, but we didn't have access to the internet before. So we would rent out a ballroom, have seminars, and we would teach people how do you invest in real estate, what mistakes don't make, to not make, as Don and I did, right? Remember again, it's not about me and Don, this is about a team of individuals, real estate professionals, and they're smarter than me, I know that. So in the market, this is a great market right now. So this means doing online and offline marketing. Online marketing would be like if I bought a house, fixed it up, sold it, I want a real estate agent like Candace to put that house on the market for me, she's gonna do that, right? I can also buy, fix that house up, put a sign out front that says for sale by owner, right? Some off-market things. I put an ad in Craigslist, right? I can come to events like this and say, hey, Joe, I got a deal, man. I just got this deal, I just finished it up, or I'm about to get a contract on a deal. So there's online and offline marketing aspects to your real estate. And it says, like number 2, this means better and more efficient networking with a team. So So we've set up the teamwork for you. We've set the team for you. And HouseTrack is that mechanism. And then you can do bird dogs. Bird dogs mean that I don't have to go look for the properties myself. I can pay someone. Once they find a deal, I get it under contract, they get it under contract for me. That's called a bird dog. There are people who only specialize in being bird dogs. So there's so much to learn in real estate that you can start out being a bird dog, finding properties and deals, giving them to the investor that has the wherewithal to close it. And then after a while, those bird dogs now become seasoned investors because they're finding the deals and are able to close on them themselves. So each marketing strategy or a combination of strategy depends on the particular investor. Everybody does things a little bit different. So what do you need to be able to do once you find a real estate deal that looks like it has potential? There are two things that you must be able to do, and these are crucial. Right? Evaluate. So remember, that's number two. The three most critical components are number one, finding. Number two, evaluating. All right? So how do you evaluate a deal? You analyze each deal the right way to figure out if it's indeed a good deal or a limit. You can use some online research tools, Redfin, Zillow, Trulia, HomeSnap, Fulton County Board of Assessors. You can take advantage of this HouseTrack network and case studies, and then you network. So, brand new, how many new investors do we have in the room? We got some new investors in the room? Right. So one of the things you have to do is how do you evaluate a deal to determine whether it's good, whether it's going to make me enough money, or if it's a cow, right? If you speak with seasoned investors in this room, they may have a different methodology for finding or evaluating deals, but at least you're in the room networking with individuals who have already got it done, right? So that's key. And we can spend almost half an hour on evaluating the deal, but these are just some things that I suggest you start with, okay? Number three, which is most important, funding a deal, right? Because most people have the fear of the fact that they have to have a lot of money, right, to actually get a deal done. But I believe in OPM, other people's money, even if it's a lender, or a hard money lender, or a traditional lender, or a friend, or a cash investor. Those are some ways that you can fund and get your deals done. You must be able to take advantage of these deals quickly. And if it turns out to be a good one, you gotta move on. I'll give you a perfect example. My man right here, Reid, he has some investors, right? He said, John, I need some properties. I gave him 5 or 6 properties. He came to me about 2 weeks later, a week later, they were gone. And so he had to explain to his investors, hey, you gotta move quickly on these deals, because these deals move pretty fast. Those deals move fast because there are people who have already set up their funding. Either they have cash themselves, or they have gotten a hard money loan, they've got hard money lenders, they got investors, they use their 401k. These deals have actually gone pretty quickly. So in terms of funding, you must be able to get these funds pretty quickly. And when it comes to those really juicy deals, Don and I will probably pick those up first. But no, really, you can get them before anybody does. You have to have the mechanism in place to say, how do I fund these deals? And then you network with people in here. There's hard money lenders in this room that you may be able to go to to say, hey, listen, I got a deal right now, I got to close on it in a week. What can we do? All right. So what kind of funding will you need? It depends on what kind of deals you're going after. If you're going after large apartment complexes, or lots, or land, or just single family homes, or duplexes, or triplexes, it just depends on what kind of funding you need, depends on what kind of deals you got to get done. For example, you guys get anything from this?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, all right, just want to make sure. If you're rehabbing and flipping, you'll need short-term acquisition, right? And that's hard money on your personal funds. I don't like to use my own personal money. I like to use the hard money lender. So if you're rehabbing and flipping, your hard money lender is a great source for that. If you're rehabbing and keeping properties as rentals, you'll need some long-term financing as well as short-term financing. So what I mean by that is this. You still may be able to go to the hard money lender. He's going to give you a loan for 8 months, 12 months, right? But in the process of rehabbing that property, you can then go to a lender to say, hey, let me refinance this property into a longer-term property if I'm going to go ahead and hold that and put a renter in there. So there's a combination that you can do in terms of short-term financing and long-term financing. And if you're going after large apartment buildings, you may need equity investors to put the cash up for you for the down payment, bank financing for the purchase price. And a lot of that is going to have to deal with your own personal credit also. And I know we've got people in the room who do credit restoration. So even though you don't really need excellent credit, down the line you're gonna need some excellent credit, right? And there are people in this room that can help you get that. The point is this: no matter what kind of deals you're going after, having your ducks in a row before you get the deal puts you in a better position, and that will ensure that you get the deal. And even if you think you got everything in order already, there's always a better, cheaper, and easier source of capital out there. Let us show you how to get that capital, right? We can show you how to get money. Right? Even if on our website, if you're a House Direct member, there's a section at the very top that says need money. If you need money, click on that. We'll show you how to get it. So, let me give you an example. Hey, Don, how many more minutes I got?
About 2 or 3.
2 or 3? All right. I got a lot of stuff to talk about, but I'm trying to condense it for you. So, here's a sample deal. Seller was behind on payments. So, we went and got private investors who says, hey, listen, I can give you $60,000 to pay for the purchase, the repairs, and the holding costs. So, he said, I want a percentage back. So I said, okay, cool, we'll give you a percentage back. We're gonna use those funds to purchase that property, repairs, and the holding costs, meaning that we had to go ahead and pay some debt down. We sold that property after we got finished with it to another investor for $83,000. All right? The interest earned by that private investor was $2,800. So we were able to sell it for $83,000. So the mortgage on that was $60,000, which is the money that we borrowed from the private investor. We also gave him his interest back, $2,800, and our profit was $20,000. That deal took about 2 weeks to do. Who would like to make $20,000 in 2 weeks? Yeah. Right? Most of you would, right? There's a method to our madness. So over the next few weeks and months, we're gonna be sending you out some information on our website, getting access to deals and getting readily available capital to do any real estate deal that you want to do. But the whole reason why you're here is to learn, network, right? Get with somebody that knows what they're doing. Basically us, Ouster, all right? So, I'm basically finished. You guys got any questions, you can see me afterwards. My name is John Reid, but most people call me Jay Reid. I'm about to go put my theme music on right now, okay?